Hi guys, welcome to my second video on the Lofoten Islands in northern Norway. So I'm just leaving my hostel, that's where I'm staying behind me there. It is about 8:15 in the morning on Saturday morning. So today I'm going to be attempting the hike from here up to Ryten, which is a peak about 550 metres, and then down to Kvalvika Beach, which is one of the most famous places in Lofoten Islands. So hopefully there's not too much snow. I've got my snow tips on my poles and I've got spikes to put on my shoes when the ice really comes in. But it's looking a really nice day that way, and it's just meant to keep getting better. So yeah, it should be a good walk. So I've just made it to the top of the first little saddle. Got a pretty cool view behind me there. I'm about 150 metres up above sea level now, so I'm just going to put my micro spikes on my shoes just to get a little bit of extra grip because it is pretty icy up here, and then I'm going to keep heading up the hill. It is 10:20 and I've just made it to the summit of Ryten, so 543 metres above sea level. It's taken me 2 hours, climbed 600 metres, and it's been 5.5 kilometres from the hostel. So yeah, what an awesome view. So that's the direction I came from that way. That way's looking further down the Lofoten, out to the ocean, and down that way is Kvalvika Beach, which I will be heading down to soon. So yeah, I'm just going to hang out here for a bit and get some photos and stuff, and then I'm going to be heading right down to the beach. Okay, it is 12 o'clock now. I've just arrived onto Kvalvika Beach. So it's taken me about an hour and a half to walk down from the summit of Ryten, which is somewhere up behind that peak up there. So yeah, it's been a pretty steep descent. It was pretty much just straight down. So good I had my ice spikes, or I would have just slid the whole way down the hill. So yeah, if you're going to do it in winter, definitely bring the spikes. But this is a really amazing beach. It's probably one of the best beaches I've ever been to. Apart from it being absolutely freezing, the water's perfectly clear and yeah, just surrounded by mountains, and it's awesome. So I'm going to walk along the beach. Apparently by these rocks up here, there's a little hut shelter kind of thing that a couple of surfers built. So I'm going to see if I can find that and possibly have lunch in there, and I'm just going to hang around the beach for a bit. So I'm inside the little hut at Kvalvika Beach, and this is just really amazing. So that's the door out there. You've got a bunk here, and I'm sitting on a bunk here. And then there's a wooden table and a little fire there. So it's amazing. There's a little sign in here saying that two guys bought their surfboards here, turned off their phones, and spent the whole winter at this beach surfing. So yeah, I'll put a photo of the sign up next to this, so you can pause the video if you want to read the whole thing. But yeah, this is really amazing, so I'm going to stop here and have lunch. So it's 10 to 1 now, and I'm just about to leave the beach. So from here I've got to climb about 150, 200 meters or something over a saddle, and then I will be straight out to the road, and then it's going to be a bit of a road walk back to the hostel where I started. So I've just made it out to the road. It is now 1:45. I've walked about 13 kilometers and climbed 800 meters in total. So yeah, it's been an awesome walk. Not particularly interesting coming out to the road from the beach, but yeah, it was much shorter than the way I went in, so that is definitely the more popular way to do it, just out and back that way. So now I've got a few kilometers along the road. I think it's about 2 or 3, I don't really know, back to the hostel. So yeah, heading along the road now. So it is 2:30 now. I've just made it back to where I'm staying in Fredvang. So my walking time in total was about 4.5 hours. Total time was 6.5 hours. And I walked 16 kilometers and climbed 820 meters. So Yeah, it's been a pretty big walk today, but yeah, really nice. I'm glad I got to do it because it's more of a summer thing really, but with the ice spikes it wasn't too bad. A little bit dodgy coming down from Ryten, but yeah, it's okay. So I'm just going to chill out here this afternoon, maybe go down the road and fly the drone a bit, and then I am going to be leaving tomorrow further down to the end of the Lofoten Islands, and I'm going to stay a night down there, and that will be my second to last day in Norway. Okay, good morning. It is just after 8 o'clock now. I'm just leaving the hostel, so the day's a bit cloudier today. It's pretty windy. So today's plan is to catch the bus to Bodø, which is the end of the E10 road. So that's the furthest you can drive down the Lofoten Islands. I've got to walk about 3.5 kilometres to the bus stop because it's Sunday. The bus doesn't run all the way over here, so yeah, I've got a bit of a walk with these two big bags. That's alright. And then it's about an hour on the bus down to Bodø. Okay, so I've made it to Bodø, which is the end of the E10 road. So it's actually 5 PM now. I got here at about 10 in the morning. While I was walking along the road from Fredvang, a Norwegian man offered to pick me up and give me a ride. So yeah, I drove with him to Moskenes, which is about 10 minutes up the road where he was going. And then I caught the bus from Moskenes to here. The weather's got not very good now, so yeah, I've just been staying inside all day doing a bit of video editing, that kind of thing. So yeah, it's been a very chilled out day, but I thought I'd better go for a little bit of a walk around Bodø, even though the weather is terrible. So yeah, that's the plan for now. I'm not really sure where I'm going, but I'm just going to have a bit of a look around. It is 6:15 on Monday morning now, so this is my last full day in Norway. So I had a pretty early start this morning, got up about 5:15, and now I'm off to the bus, which leaves at 6:30. So the bus will take me about 10 minutes up the road to Moskenes, and then I'll be catching the ferry over to Bodø, which is on the mainland. So I'm leaving the Lofoten Islands. The ferry trip's just over 3 hours, I think. It's a pretty calm day so far, so yeah, hopefully it's a good trip, and then I'll be staying in Bodø tonight. It's 11:15 now and I've just arrived at my hostel in Bodø. So it's basically in the train station. This is the room, 8 beds. So far I'm the only one here, but it is very early in the day. But I have had the last 2 hostels to myself, so yeah, maybe again tonight. So the plan now is I'm going to be heading to Saltstraumen, which is the strongest tidal current in the world. In about 40 minutes I think the bus leaves, and then I'm going to stay there for about 45 minutes and then catch the bus back here, and then I'm going to have a walk around town. So Bodø is actually the European capital of culture for 2024, so yeah, there should be some events and stuff on display about that. And actually last night I watched North of the Sun, which is a documentary about Kvalvika Beach that I was at 2 days ago, and the little hut that I found. So it's about the 2 surfers that built it and yeah, their story. So yeah, if you want to check that out, it's called North of the Sun. You can rent it on Apple TV and that kind of thing. So yeah, it's quite a good movie. I've just arrived at Saltstraumen, so this is the world's strongest tidal current. It almost looks like a river. It's an hour after the change of tides now, so it's quite strong. Bit of a whirlpool going on back there. So yeah, pretty cool to see. I'm standing under the bridge, but it is raining. It's taken me about 45 minutes to get here, and I've got about half an hour here before I have to catch the bus back again. So yeah, I'm just gonna have a look at the signs and stuff and take a few photos. So I'm back in my room now. Had a good bus trip back from Saltstraumen back to Bodø. Then I just had a bit of a walk around town. It was raining the whole time, so it didn't last too long, and then I came back here, and for the last few hours I've just been trying to work out my next steps for the next couple of weeks. So I'm flying out to Frankfurt in Germany tomorrow, so I'm trying to work out all the transport and how it's all going to work for that. So yeah, it's been a busy afternoon, but I am just about to have dinner, and then I'm gonna stay the night here, and then I'll be flying out tomorrow morning. It is 10:30 now on Tuesday morning, so I'm just about to leave my hostel in Bodø, and my flight leaves to Frankfurt in about 3 hours, so I'm just gonna catch the bus to the airport now, and then yeah, I'll be flying till 8 PM I think it lands in Frankfurt, so it's gonna be a big day. But thanks for watching this video on the part 2 of the Lofoten Islands in Norway. So yeah, it's definitely a bit sad to be leaving. As always, there's a link to buy me a coffee in the description below if you want to support my channel, and make sure you subscribed so you don't miss my future videos about, well, Germany's going to be next, and then yeah, I don't really know after that, but we'll see how we go. So yeah, thanks for watching. See you next time.